Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be doing the last review of the round, the Collingwood vs GWS review, going through who went well, who didn't go so well, and how we can use, Collingwood and look at Darcy Cameron is another guy we need to look at as well, as he should be returning this week. Give him a week and then chuck him in next week potentially as a Hollands upgrade. And that's a way that you can get to a huge a lot of guys, and that's the way forward out of getting a lot of guys, a lot of the rookies out of your team that are sort of cashed up at the moment. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see here, Cox 129 wouldn't take much notice into it, took the full-time ruck role, and yeah, he got, I think it was something like 8 tackles or something. He's not going to do that like ever again, so just disregard that. DAICOS had a good game, and yeah, 84 average at the before the round, and is now I'm gonna guess 89. So yeah, he's pretty much stayed stagnant and not really increased, and done exactly what I thought he would do. I put out a video, I want to say, about, I think it was at the end of round 1 or just before the season started. I'll link it in the, you'll see it over the top of me at the moment, of DAICOS, and I basically said this is what he's going to do. He's going to be volatile. He'll put up 120 games, but he'll also put up these 60 sort of games, and he just won't be a good pick because he'll burn you too much. Whereas you need consistent, you'd rather a consistent 90-95 scorer than a guy like DAICOS who's got 110s, 120s in him, but then has the 60 game. Mitchell 120, Nick DAICOS 115, didn't hit his break even, but I mean at his price it's just sort of doesn't really matter. His price just, his value doesn't matter, and his price really doesn't either. He's always going to be in your team. Noble 103, DAICOS 92, Sidebottom 92, Adams 86, Moore 78, Elliott, Hill, Johnson potentially is out for Darcy Cameron this week. So someone we need to look into massively, as a 70, a 70 from him will be like a 100 for Darcy Cameron. And if Darcy Cameron's hitting hundreds, I'd much rather him in my side than Hollands or someone like that can have 60 games and 50 games. And then you've got here the Maynard, Crisp, Markov, Quainer, McCreary, Murphy, Elliott, Myercheck. Pendlebury subbed out. Don't know whether that was just injury concerns or it was just you've done enough here, we don't need you in the last quarter. And Ginevim did absolutely nothing, and Reeve McInnes sub did not much. So then we move on to GWS, and they had Ashko 123, and he first and last quarter 77 combined, huge from him. Am I set on his role? Not 100%. I mean, if we look at Ash here, averaging 86, 104 in the last 3, so maybe you could jump on him, but I'm just not sure. That's the thing. He's got 2 bad games and an iffy game, and then sort of outside of that really good. But I think we need one more score out of him, because I think we have that enough price to sort of, how do I say this? We have enough time with him. Even if he gets a 120 here, he'll still be 780k or so, and that'll be huge. And I should have not got rid of that, and that'll be enough for us to be able to, pick him up the week after if he's going to be averaging 110 or something like that in his last 3 and 95 in his last 5 type thing. Kelly went absolutely huge in the last quarter, didn't he? 42-point last, and it wasn't looking good. I mean, I think I saw him here when he was on 71 in the last quarter, and I thought, oh yeah, he's going to score like a 90 or something like that. And then I picked it up again, and it was not even the game over, and he was already at 113. I was like, oh no. He scored 42 points in 10 minutes, and sort of killed my chance at a rank rise because a lot of people had Kelly. I mean, what's his ownership? I'm pretty sure in the top. If you look at Kelly, he'll be a pod. But if you actually look at him in terms of the people that own him in the top 10,000, I'm pretty sure his ownership was 13% or 17%. And having that ownership sort of killed my my ability to rise up the ranks. So him combined with the stuff up with Mitchell really burnt me in terms of going up and being sort of 4.55k, as that would have really helped. And I would have been probably somewhere close to around 900 points off the leaders at that point, rather than I'm currently about 1,000 points off. So that would have really helped, and I would have been holding basically that margin to the leaders for the last about 4-5 weeks or so. And then you got Haynes, Whitfield again putting up a good performance, so he's someone to look at. Cornelio, Callahan, Flynn, Green. Green down performance, but I mean, he still went up in cash and still going to be my M1. Just knew not to captain him this game. Peatling, Adun, Perryman was a good no-show for me, not getting him. Hogan, Lloyd, Himmelberg, again, not in that backman role that he'll probably get at Sydney or another club that he moves to. And yeah, just not fancy relevant. O'Halloran, Daniels, Angwin, 42-pointer for him, so he's gone up to I think around 290k or so. Angwin and 283k, and he'll sort of slowly rise. He'll be a slow burner. Buckley, Fleeton, good not to go for Fleeton. He's 205k I think at the moment, and yeah, just a key defender, not going to really have those big scores, or at least even with GWS hogging around the back, I think the most he'll score is a 60 or 70, which will still be great for fantasy, but you need to really, to rocket up the cash, you need to have those regularly rather than one in every 4 or 5 games to have a 70. Bedford, Brown, Cadman, and then Ward came on as a sub in the last quarter and did all right. So that's the video there, a very short video because it was Collingwood versus GWS and not really much to talk about. I mean, Cornelio 98 here that I'm looking at, and that was sort of an average game, and he was 46% owned in the top 10,000. So getting another win with Taranto over Cornelio is huge. And I mean, next week, if I get the Gold Coast boys back to scoring really well when they kick mark, I'm looking at my team now, and my team has the possibility of, in defense, 3 120 plus scores, 4 120 plus scores. Even Duggan could go 120. So I could be looking at 5 120 plus scores, and then a rookie, and then in the midfield, I mean, I'll just quickly show this as well, what I'm looking at here. I've got here potentially 5 tons here. Mitchell could even ton up, but I'm expecting probably a 75 from him. Then you've got Green here. I'm expecting a bounce back game. So all these guys here, I'm sort of expecting a 95 plus. And then Ashcroft at the Gabba will go 95, I think, to be honest with you, especially against the Suns, could ton up there. Then I've got to survive one more game with Hollands and Aitkins in the midfield. Chesser will be back as well. Sharp is in here at the moment. And then you've got Ryan. These two guys will go big. I think Rowan has the matchup here, so that might be a captaincy material in the last game of the round. Then you got Taranto, Dunkley, Goulden, Zeeble, Sheasel, and McPherson, who can all ton up quite easily. So really, I'm only really worried about these two, and Mitchell and Holland will be the guy that I get rid of next week, and that'll probably be to a Darcy Cameron, and then just move a Taranto or Dunkley into the midfield, and that'll get me that, as Cameron has forward status, doesn't he? Does he have forward status? That would help out a lot. Yes, he does have forward status. So getting Cameron would help out massively, as that would, I'd have enough cash to be able to do that pretty easily, especially if Fahey debuts in one of these rounds, as Fahey debuting will be able to get me out of Chincotta or out of out of someone else, and that'll really help. Also, Noah Long and Chessa are close, so they'll be back soon, and that'll really help as well. I guess my team. So that's what I'm looking at. Yes, I did ramble on, but I did need to add some time to this video as it was really short. And that's just my plans at the moment. So that was a sneak preview of pretty much what Tuesday and Friday, Wednesday and Friday content will be, I should say. So thanks, guys, and I'll see you guys in my round review talk tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Goodbye.